Bro, it's been since 2014 that we've had to deal with this card, and people are just getting tired of having to pass turn without being able to do anything now. An Artifact Scythe is considerably more degenerate than any other Floodgate because it's lingering, so it doesn't really lose to a lot of things. To make matters worse, Scythe is the kind of card that ages very well because it always covers the whole extra deck, whereas Deep Barrier, at least you could say that after Link format, it became a little worse because we could no longer really deal with those Link-heavy strategies, and we could only really use it against Synchro, Xyz, Fusion decks, etc., which definitely lost a bit in popularity, whereas again, with a card like Artifact Scythe, you simply do not have to care. You can just be on autopilot mode, resolve the effect, and then your opponent can't play. A huge issue with Artifact Scythe is that it doesn't really promote back and forth or slower gameplay or anything like that. No, it's the exact opposite, because if you get hit by Artifact Scythe, you are pretty much guaranteed that you're gonna die right after, because people are going to snowball and they're going to use all their big monsters that are already on the field to kill you, apply a lot of pressure, and again, they have Omni Negates, so even the little amount of negates that you might still be able to do, under Artifact Scythe might just not be enough. So again, you can't really compare Artifact Scythe right now in 2022 in this current crazy metagame to, Artifact Scythe back in 2014, where people weren't really making 20 billion negates and killing you every single time on turn 3. And you can argue that Artifact Dagda was what exacerbated the Artifact Scythe problematic, but at the same time, you can still say that there are other ways to abuse Scythe even without Dagda. If Dagda takes the bullet instead of Scythe, you can still Artifact Sanctum for the Scythe, which is very easily accessible with cards like Trap Trick, Lilith, Lady of Lament. Even worse than that would be foolishing the Artifact Scythe with something like Shooting Riser Dragon or Beatrice, and then reviving back from your graveyard on your opponent's next standby phase with something like Baroness de Fleur or the Dragonlord Perrin. So both base strategies and virtual world decks can actually abuse the Artifact Scythe combo, again, without relying on either Artifact Sanctum or Artifact Dagda. And since the Artifact Scythe is getting revived back on standby phase, not on main phase, Dark Ruler is unutilizable, so you have to start relying on cards like Forbidden Droplet very specifically, because that can't really be negated, whereas cards like Imperm, Forbidden Chalice, etc., they might not be the best because, of course, people are going to be making Omni Negates on top of that, or in the case of Virtual World, you have the Chuche, so you can destroy your own Artifact Scythe on summon. Most people just don't appreciate having to rely on drawing the out, which would be Forbidden Droplet, and the nuts, because otherwise you still lose, obviously. Droplet is not enough. That's probably what makes the game even more RNG based and frustrating. So I want to say banning Scythe is probably what'll make the majority of players happy, because it fixes the problem altogether, and it still allows Artifact Dagda to be utilizable to a certain extent alongside the Artifact Sanctum. I guess you can still go into Lancia and Moraltech, which are decent but not broken, especially Lancia is a little better. It's actually utilizable as a hand trap, but whatever, nothing too extraordinary or absolutely insane. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for this video. Let me know your thoughts about Artifact Scythe, Artifact Dagda, Artifact Sanctum, all these cards in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.